Hi, students. Today we will be talking about our Paper 2 writing exam. This year we will have a little change in our writing exam. Unlike the past, we only have one writing task in Part B, which accounts for 70%. And the remaining 30% will be Part A, which is the sentence making part. Today we will talk a little bit about how we can complete the sentence making task. These 10 sentence patterns will be the tested item in this time exam. You can actually find them on the printed exam revision guideline that has been distributed by your English teacher. As we have been learning these sentence patterns throughout the entire school year, you might want to revisit your module booklets and some writing worksheet to study them again. So, today we will be covering a few of them so that you can understand a little bit about what part A might look like in the real time exam. Let's take a look of sentence pattern number 5. It, verb, adjective for somebody to infinitive. Do you remember any sentences that we have learned which used this sentence pattern? Right, you might recall this sentence pattern from the Module 3 booklet, which is a chapter about addiction. Instead of having the subject as the beginning of the sentence, we're trying to use this sentence pattern to express our opinion and feelings. Let's take a look at an example. On the screen, there are two teenagers, and both of them are thinking about water right now. And the adjective indicated by the question is important. So, how does this sentence pattern work? So, we put the adjective after the word it is, as we have already known that important is the adjective, and that's why we will say it is important for, but who? As shown by the question, it is important for the teenagers. To do what? As shown by the question, they are drinking water, and that's why the complete sentence will be it is important for teenagers to drink water. Full stop. And that's the complete sentence. Another example for this sentence pattern. In the picture, you can see there's a teen playing video games all the time, and the adjective provided by the question is worrying. And these gives us the hint of how to formulate a sentence. Again, we will be beginning with the word it is, and we put an adjective after it, which is worrying. So, it is worrying for who? For teens. To do what? To play video games all the time. And here is the model answer. Remember, completing the tasks in Part A doesn't stop you from using the patterns in Part B too. So these are some topics that you can be using these sentence patterns. For example, when we talk about environment or maybe addiction, we can always say that it is important for somebody to do something, right? And that's why these sentence patterns are very useful. How about we cover another equally important sentence patterns, which are the conditional sentences, also known as the if sentences. Do you remember any dictation sentences that use these sentence patterns? You're right. We have used these sentence patterns frequently in Module 4 and Module 5 when we talk about balancing our life and also environmental protection. But do you remember what are the differences between type 0, 1, and 2? So for if type 0, we use it to describe things that are always true, for example, scientific facts. And the formula is present tense plus present tense. For type 1, we talk about things that are very possible and likely to happen, and the formula is present tense plus will verb. Finally, for type 2, we talk about some imaginary situations that are very impossible to happen, and the formula is past tense plus would verb. This is a very possible question you will see in the exam. The question might provide you some key wording such as we boil water and turn into steam. The first step we should take is to identify which type it is. Is it always true, very possible to happen, or just unreal? As we know that no matter how many times we boil water, it always turns into steam. And that's why it is type 0, because it's always true. Then the second step will be recalling the formula of type 0, which is present tense plus present tense. So we have this following sentence, which is If we boil water, it turns into steam. As you can see, both of the verbs are in the present tense. Don't forget to have an s after the verb turn because the subject is he, she, it. Another question. This time is we use plastic products, landfills become full. First step, identify which type it is. It is always true, very possible to happen, or just imaginary situation. And the answer is very possible to happen because the landfills might or might not become full. It's not always true. Maybe some people might reuse or recycle the plastic products. At the same time, it's very highly possibly happening. It's not entirely unreal. And that's why we select type 1. And as we know that type 1 formula is present tense plus will verb, and that's why we complete the sentence by using the following tenses. And the answer is if we use plastic products, landfills will become full. All right, last one. I be Spider Man, I save people. Which type is it? Yes, even though Spider Man is really popular and lots of people want to become him, it's pretty impossible for us to become him, and that's why it's got to be type 2. And the type 2 formula, as you remember, it's past tense plus would verb. So the answer is if I were Spider Man, I would save people. Don't forget that we are using were when the subject is I. All right, last example shown in this video. Verb ing plus verb plus adjective or noun. Do you remember any dictation sentences that use this sentence pattern? Right, when we talk about environmental protection from Module 5, we frequently use this sentence pattern. So, this question has the word recycle and good. Good is an adjective while recycle is the verb. And according to this sentence pattern, we have to turn the verb into ing form. So we will start the sentence by using the verb recycle and turn it into the ing form, which is recycling. And we put the adjective good at the end of the sentence. However, it comes to the question of which verb do we use? Is it is, am, or are? As recycling is a single action, and that's why we are going to use is here. And the entire answer is recycling is good. Full stop. Next, we see the word eat junk food and harmful to our body. Again, we change the verb into ing form, and here the verb apparently is eating. And where's the adjective? Right, harmful is the adjective. So we have eating junk food and harmful to our body. Don't forget again, eating junk food is a single behavior, and that's why we are choosing is here. And the entire answer will be eating junk food is harmful to our body, full stop. Lastly, we have save electricity and our responsibility. So again, we turn the verb, which is save, into ing form, saving electricity. And we know that saving electricity is a single action, and that's why we are using is here, and followed by the noun, our responsibility. And here is the answer saving electricity is our responsibility. And that marks the end of the video. Although we are not testing all 10 sentence patterns in part A, you are encouraged to use all of them or maybe most of them in part B because we have 3 bonus marks reserved for these sentence patterns. So congrats on finishing watching the videos. Don't forget to practice the sentence patterns and good luck to your exam.